Hello friends, I'm Dee, about to react to this vid by Playback. It's titled Mainstream Media is Hiding Josh Giddeys Allegations. Um, sure. I don't know much about this story at all. At all. I know this man at all. I don't know this man at all. I'm tired. So yeah, I'm just gonna hear what they have to say. All I know is that he's being accused of dealing with this minor, but the minor nor her family is cooperating. So there's that. But yeah, let's watch.
So NBA athlete Josh Giddey of the Oklahoma City Thunder has been in some hot waters recently because of the situation. We're going to be very particular on our wording in this video, but he is being accused of something very, very heinous, and that is dealing with a minor. There have been some pictures and videos that surface on the internet, and of those pictures and videos, it seemed as if the woman that is involved is underage. How old she is still has not been pinpointed, but all of which is under the age of 18. We'll get into some of the more particular details about potentially which state it's in, but personally speaking, I don't know the age of consent on a state-to-state basis. I personally don't know that.
I think the school she was in was in California,
So this happened last week, Wednesday, right before Thanksgiving, when a lot of the information started to get leaked. There was it seemed like a Snapchat picture where she literally said, "Just F Josh Giddey." And it's a picture of Josh Giddey and the alleged minor in the photo as well. But as time has progressed, more and more information has been leaked, and it's starting to become a little bit more diluted. So much so that there are some people claiming that this is information that has been known, especially at the franchise level, the Oklahoma City Thunder level. They've known about this for a whole year, and they decided, with the information that they had at the time, not to act on it, at least not in the sense of suspending Josh Giddey or removing him from the team, or even releasing the information to everyone else. However, what has happened since last Wednesday, when the information first leaked, the NBA decided they were going to do an investigation themselves, an internal investigation, to try to get as much information as possible. And there's also a lot of side conversations about how ESPN is reporting this, because I personally believe they're doing a terrible job. But just recently, and why we decided to make the video, is because this is now escalated so much so the police are now involved as well. They're doing their own investigation. Newport Beach Police Department is aware of the information being circulated online involving an alleged relationship between professional basketball player Josh Giddey and a female minor. The Newport Beach Police Department, the police, is actively seeking additional information related to these alleged allegations and pursue all leads and evidence to obtain the facts in the case. TMZ also then reported earlier today as well that, unfortunately, and this right here is where things get even more stickier, the alleged teenage girl and her family are refusing to cooperate with authorities. So definitely a lot. This is definitely very, very convoluted.
So if OKC knew this for a year, did say shit, the police is putting out a press release saying that they need information, which you wouldn't do if you had leads. So it looks like they might be stuck. The NBA investigation started last week, but we don't know what they've determined yet, which they might end up suspending him or permanently packing this thing up from the league. There's either some information that opposes all the info we know in public, which is why OKC held off, or why the police are stuck right now and they're putting out that press release, or this is one of the most weirdly handled controversies I've seen in the NBA in a while, because it seems like they're trying really hard to protect it instead of just getting to the truth.
So I want to be clear, the belief that, or the reason why we believe, many people believe, that OKC has known about it for a while is that it seems like some of the videos that were taken and were spreaded on the internet were a long time ago, like a year long. B, there's tweets claiming that Josh Giddey was doing this a year ago. But C, more importantly, another NBA player, Andrew Bogut, I actually think he's out of the league now, but he was a star actually. Andrew Bogut was on a podcast, and he stated that they've known about this information for a year, and claims that what ended up happening is that allegedly she was a minor but lied about her age, and that's why they handled it the way that they did handle it.
From what I understand, if I'm wrong, I'll come back and apologise. I don't think it is that. I think the girl was younger. From what I understand is the girl in question has lied about her age and said that she was of age at the time. This has also happened, I think, over a year ago now. I don't think this is something that's happened recently, much to people thinking on social media it has. And it's just hard to give proper comment on this until this plays out. Now, OKC have been aware of this, from what I'm told, for the last year. They've known about it. They have deemed Josh free to play. They don't see any concerns. The NBA have allowed that, which is kind of telling because when these kind of things happen, the NBA kind of tries to really, hey, take a couple of games off till we figure this thing out. But on the flip side, I don't think they can do anything, even if there was, some smoke to this fire, until there's formal charges. I think as per the CBA, I don't think, pending an internet Twitter investigation, they can step down a player from playing. He'd have to agree to it, so they can't just say he'll step down. So he has not been formally charged. I don't believe he's even been interviewed by police to this point. I think it occurred in California where the age of consent is 18, which does throw a spanner in the works as to did Josh know she was overage. I'm told that's what he was told. I didn't know she was underage, sorry, but I was told he was thinking that she was overage. But just a messy situation.
Now, I want to be clear. The reason why that is a bit skeptical is because if the police need to know information, and if the NBA need to know information, it sounds as if like OKC, the Oklahoma City Thunder, they know enough information to at least pass along to someone else. And they allegedly now have known enough information for a year to not only allow him to play, but not deem it necessary to take any more serious action.
They can't.
He's still playing as well.
They can't take him out. If they take him out, they could do it.
They could, yeah.
Putting him back in would be a nightmare if they don't have like proof this nigga didn't do it.
No.
And once you take him out, putting him back in is gonna be like a media firestorm. They be like, "What, you think it's okay now, or you gonna prove it?" It's easier to just keep him in and pretend like it's not that big of a deal. But if people make it a big deal, they'll have no choice but eventually bench him, and then they're gonna lose one of their assets. But I think like,
but you understand what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
It seems like there's enough information that they know about to make a decision one way or another.
I agree.
That's what I'm saying.
I agree.
Or at least what they believe to have been enough information.
Who knows? All this is kind of speculation. The reality is if the family of the victim here doesn't say nothing, they either got paid off or he has leverage that could damage her, and the family would rather that don't come to light neither, and so they have a mutual benefit in just not saying anything on the benefit of both their parties here. But I don't think this nigga would agree to be in videos on tape. You would have to be pretty fucking brain dead to let her record you saying all those things.
And
it wasn't just one video I seen, bro.
No, it was multiple.
And post them, even just have them on their phone is nuts if he knows he's committing a crime.
Yeah.
So I would like to believe he's not that brain dead and that he didn't know, but that's the same thing that Akon got caught up in. Well, I don't know if it's the same exact thing, but it was just somebody was at a club. The story Akon told, she lied about her age, he didn't know, they slept, and then the nigga went to jail. That's why his label was called Comedy Music. But like, that's very possible. To be fair, he shouldn't have been in that club either, but at least he was over the age of consent.
So let's talk about that. So for those who do not know, this all came about because, or at least one of the conversations.
That ain't what the fuck he said in the song.
She lied about her age. There's video out there claiming that this might have been the video that might save his career. That they were at a club, and that's where allegedly.
Yeah, he was acting like he was selling drugs.
Okay, let's say, and I believe that. I agree with you. I hope that this nigga's not that dumb to know that he's dealing with a minor and has video evidence of him dealing with a minor. That would be dumb. So let's say hypothetically speaking, she could have lied and she was at the club, and that's how you found her out, et cetera, et cetera. This is a club that was serving alcohol, it seems to be, and if that is the case, he also lied about his age because he was not supposed to be in that club. He literally just turned 21 last month, and if it happened a year ago, he was even younger. So, if so, he also should not have been there. So even if that is something we're going to hold against her, again, a minor, but if we're holding that against her, we definitely have to hold that against a grown ass fucking
adult. Yeah, it's different though, being 15 in a club drinking than 20 though.
No, I'm not. I'm still
illegal.
What I'm saying is, yeah, I understand what I'm saying is, I'm a bit more lenient when a minor lying about her age than an adult lying about his age and meeting each other, because both of y'all are so.
To be fair, for both of them to get in there, they either had to be plugged or lie about their age.
That also could be true. So fake IDs and all.
Yeah.
Potentially. However, I want to be clear. Unfortunately, as the law prohibits, I don't know if that's necessarily going to save him because she still was a minor. I don't know what to tell some of y'all. It's kind of tough for that boy Giddy. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, that might be as bad as it sounds. That might be best case scenario that she lied about. Like, that is the most, in all seriousness, that is best case scenario for the situation. That he was at a club that he probably should not have been in, and she got in, and she wasn't supposed to be there either. And she turned up lying about her age and ended up being way younger than expected. That right there might be the most understandable scenario I can see, and people are going with that.
Okay,
however, we don't know.
Yeah, I want to skip the speculation until the NBA comes back to their investigation, or the police find out more information. This is where it's probably going to be, like, we don't know. So there's no point of just guessing what we think might have happened. I think the more interesting conversation is everything happening around it. Obviously, if Josh Giddy did it, then that's fucking insane work from a person who had potential to have a long career in the NBA, and throwing that whole thing away is fucking nuts.
He could have been in the league for like 15 years.
Yeah, literally, bro.
15 years.
Yeah, he's a good player, man.
He getting 15 years.
Yeah, man. The reason why I think this is being handled so interestingly is because if you compare it to the way other things was handled by the NBA or even criminally, this is weird. It's like they're trying to protect him for some reason. Just the media, the NBA, all of that. Bro, Kyrie got immediately suspended for posting a link to a video the NBA believed was anti-Semitic. I didn't watch it. I don't know what the fuck the movie.
Most people didn't watch it. Let's just be clear.
But it was an immediate boom. Apologized. Same thing happened when he didn't want to deal with the COVID protocols and things of that nature. We've seen this so many times. The NBA was
we know the difference.
Quick to ban, like with the John Morants of the world. So when you see them like doing the opposite here, it's like, damn. In those situations, even like in the John Morants, like even though before they they just said fuck the investigation. We know what we have to do and did it. In this situation, they're like, hold on, let's do the investigation, let's see what comes back, and then we're gonna deal with their suspension.
I think some people feel like they were repeat offenders, and that's why it may have been different. Especially John, he was a repeat offender. So to be fair, I think my issue is I feel like when the NBA is investigating something or there's an investigation going on, bro, just sit him out. Like it's a problem in the locker room, not necessarily.
I don't actually agree with that.
No, let me be clear. I don't agree with it, but that is protocol. There's protocols, like we're doing an investigation, it's ongoing, that it's pretty common for them to like, hey, yo, sit out some games, take a leave of absence, and then we'll bring you back into the mix of things.
Yeah, but then if somebody just makes up an accusation, even if it's something small, they're like, I don't know, he pushed, like, I don't know, what's some small shit. He ran over my big toe with his car. Mm-hmm. That might be an investigation. Nigga has to sit out. I feel like it depends on the gravity of
this is pretty severe.
Yeah, I think it depends on the gravity, not in all cases.
Okay, not in all cases, but something this severe where they're going to ask questions they may be pushing. I think that it's pretty common protocol for them to just sit out games until we figure out what we get to the bottom of it, because now people are being investigated, including the police are not involved as well. However, even beyond that, I think, as you stated, how things are covered and how the NBA is handling it. If the NBA wants to handle it the way they want to handle it, I think it's very odd and interesting that, it's almost been a week. I don't think it takes that long to figure out the age of this alleged teenager. I don't think it takes that long, so it seems like there needs to be more digging. Potentially.
The police number.
Yeah, and I also believe that this point, if the police are involved, they know our age, right? So I think there's more things that need to be brought up before they just outright say, X, Y, Z. And so I think that is also very interesting that at least there hasn't been some information passed along to everyone, even though I think it's pretty clear at this point. Information is known.
What do you think they're going to do? Like, let's say they get more information, they know her age, but they don't know the extent of the relationship because the family's not talking.
Well, they can't because the family's not talking. If the family's not talking,
I'm just surprised that nobody's saying anything. It's not just the biggest niggas, bro.
No one.
It's dead silent.
I also had to show you.
Twitter is the only
Twitter is literally the only place.
Twitter is
literally the only place.
That's crazy to me.
And the fact that
I also low-key, I personally agree that you should the investigation, the merits of the investigation, that you should wait to the evidence before you come to any decision, which is why we're not saying nothing definitive here because we don't know the final answers until the family either says something, the police says something, the team or the league says something, because we're all outsiders. It's all speculation, and it's actual people's lives. I'm like, not just Giddy, bro. You don't think her life is completely changed now? You don't think when she goes to school, niggas gonna be like, oh, well, Giddy. You don't think they have millions of Giddy jokes? Come on, bro. So it's like people's and the family's lives, bro, it's too much on the line to guess and be wrong. So I get wanting to be cautious, but not even reporting on it at all as a journalist, even in the way Malika did, where she was just stating the facts. Yes. She didn't give no opinions or anything. Then I think that's crazy. You're not keeping it above both ways.
And even when we're right here, bro, TMZ shouldn't be the ones giving us reports on the updates about, the police are involved or they're not saying anything. I shouldn't be hearing that from NBA Central. Whoa, Sham, y'all had no problem with reporting on shit all the time. Why am I not getting those updates from y'all?
Over the past couple of days, some pretty serious allegations. I know nothing concrete there. Is there anything you can say in this situation?
Yeah, I understand the question, obviously, but there's no further comment right now.
Potential distraction with Josh, just in terms of a moment viral online, social media. Do you deal with that anyway? Do you concern yourself with whether that's a distraction?
Personal matter, and I have no comment on it. And that'll be my answer.
They ain't pressing with nothing, bro. And again, I understand, trust me, I understand the level of severity to this. It's the reason why we waited an entire week to make a video about it, even though many people have been uploading videos about it, right? There wasn't enough information, so we decided to wait. Trust me, I know. But we're not ESPN, my nigga. We're not. We're not the NBA media that has been speculatory for decades now about shit that should not be speculatory on. So why are y'all treating this so much differently than everything else? It is odd. It's odd that we're almost going a whole week from when this news broke, and there hasn't even been a segment about it. There hasn't been a segment.
Niggas hooping, man, throwing up alley-oops and shit.
Yeah, he's playing. Y'all, so you're telling me you can't talk about the fact that OKC's made the decision to allow him to play? You're telling me you can't make a segment about? That's what I'm saying. Like y'all can't say anything. Nothing about how the family all of a sudden isn't one that can cooperate. The fact that Andrew Bogut news report that Andrew Bogut claims that they've known about this information for a whole year. Like nothing. Not even because trust me, Stephen A. Smith. We know. I don't need you to tell me that it's inappropriate for a man to be dealing with a minor. We get that. I get that. But you're telling me even the way that things have been handling and the more information that you don't have nothing to say, or you can't just at least report on it? You think that's asking too much? Stop. Yo, let us know your thoughts.
I know his loudmouth ass ain't being silent out of all people. He ain't got nothing to say in this situation. That is very suspicious. But yeah, I didn't know anything about the situation at all, like I said at the beginning of the video. So that is why I was just sitting here listening to what they had to say. I was trying to get more, details regarding the situation. But if they are super hush-hush, the sports media, if they're not really saying anything about this, that is very suspicious, because when it comes to these black athletes, they do the smallest thing and it's, big headlines constantly, and they're constantly gossiping about it and writing these think pieces, and it's this big deal. So the fact that something this heinous and this huge is occurring and they're just like not discussing it, I do find that strange. If that's the case, I don't keep up with sports media, so I cannot confirm this. I'm going based on what they're saying. So if that is the case and they are being very quiet about this matter, that is very fucking sus. Like, what the hell? But yeah, I mean, you could say that, oh, well, maybe he didn't know her age. I don't know. I don't like when that's used as an excuse. I feel like, especially when you are this big of a celebrity, I think that it's your responsibility to make sure women are of age when it's a little, questionable. Because you could say all day long that, oh, well, these girls, they be looking grown these days. They be putting on makeup. They be dressing up. I don't give a fuck what none of y'all are talking about. When I see a 16-year-old, I know she's 16. Like, they have such a baby face. Like, I don't feel like that can really be mistaken. In my personal opinion, I have not seen even the teenage girls who develop quicker. You still can look in their face and see that they're very young. So I don't know. I have not seen this girl, so I can't say for sure, but I don't like that excuse. And I think a lot of these celebrities need to check IDs, because this can get you in a lot of trouble. And you know that these girls will lie just to be with you. So you need to have your people check, or you check, or whatever. That's your responsibility. So there's that. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think, though. Let me know what other videos you're going to watch, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.